Welcome back to the States. It's now time for America's Talking, with headlines from across the country that you can find in the description below or in your inbox with the Center Square newsletter, free at thecentersquare.com. Arizona and Nevada on Friday opposed a Colorado River usage reduction plan by the U.S. Bureau of Reclamation, which could define the crucial waterway for 40 million people over the next decade. The Center Square contributor Liam Hibbert reports the Colorado River final environmental impact statement by the Bureau of Reclamation and the U.S. Department of Interior emphasized the federal government's preference for negotiations to take place among states, but set in motion plans for the next decade of water conservation. Now, the proposal, which was released Friday, included up to 3 million acre-feet in annual lower basin water usage reductions. Negotiations among Colorado River states have repeatedly failed to meet deadlines over the past year, leading at least 4 states, including Arizona, to build legal teams for potential litigation over the river's water sharing. Now, the Colorado River states are California, Nevada, and Arizona in the lower basin, and then Colorado, Utah, Wyoming, and New Mexico in the upper basin. U.S. Representative Rich McCormick, he wants to bar anyone who refuses to testify before Congress from ever working for the government. The Georgia Republican said the appearance of Dr. Anthony Fauci, former director of the National Institute of Allergy and Infectious Disease, led him to revive his bill, which was first introduced in 2024. Now, Fauci appeared before a U.S. Senate Committee on Homeland Security and Government Affairs and said he invoked his Fifth Amendment rights to protect against self-incrimination, invoking that Fifth Amendment over 110 times. Now, the committee subpoenaed Fauci, given full and unconditional pardon with no investigations happening by then-President Joe Biden in January 2024, extended through January 1st, 2014, all to testify about his role during the COVID-19 pandemic. Now, the Center Square Associate Editor Kim Jarrett reports McCormick's bill, called Stop the Swamp, it allows Congress to refer uncooperative witnesses to the U.S. Department of Justice. Federal law already makes lying to Congress a crime, but McCormick's bill would add additional consequences for federal employees who refuse to testify. Louisiana retailers can no longer charge consumers extra for using debit cards under a new state law that took effect Saturday, giving consumers new legal protections and expanding the Attorney General's authority to enforce that ban. The Center Square Louisiana editor Misty Castile reports Senate Bill 254. It prohibits retail businesses from imposing a surcharge on customers who pay with a debit card instead of cash, check, credit card, or another form of payment. Now, the law defines a surcharge as any additional amount charged by a retail business that increases the cost of a transaction for the privilege of using a debit card. It does not apply to credit card transactions. Consumers who are assessed an unlawful debit card surcharge, they may recover actual damages from the retailer. Before filing a lawsuit, however, the customer must provide written notice of the alleged violation. If the business reimburses the surcharge and cures the violation within 30 days of receiving notice, the customer may not pursue legal action. Now, the law limits private lawsuits to willful violations, repeated violations, or violations that are not corrected within that 30-day cure period. And 31 states have opted into the Federal Education Freedom Scholarship Program, while 19 states and Washington, D.C. have not done so, ahead of the January 2027 deadline. Now, the Trump administration launched the School Choice Initiative in 2025 through the One Big Beautiful Bill Act. This created a federal income tax credit of up to $1,700 annually for individuals who donate to certified scholarship granting organizations. SGOs would then distribute funds to families for education expenses, including tuition, tutoring, curriculum, and instructional materials. The Center Square Education reporter Esther Wickham reports U.S. Secretary of Education Linda McMahon and others may support the School Choice Initiative, and they've said that these programs place parents back in the driver's seat of their child's education, providing more flexibility and options for the family. And while school choice has drawn bipartisan support in some areas, several Democrat-led states, including Pennsylvania and Illinois, have not joined that program. And that's just some of what America is talking about. Get these and other headlines at thecentersquare.com. From my studios in Central Illinois, I'm Greg Bishop. And join us back here Tuesday for more stories impacting you, the taxpayer, from all around the country, only with the states, powered by the Center Square.